Hi, I'm Peter Haddock, and I'm here at the Kubota press event. First time I've ever sat in a Kubota machine. Why am I sat in the machine? I'm not an operator, but Martin, I just can't get out of this cab. This seat is absolutely fantastic. I wish I was an operator like my friend Nick Drew, who's going to actually tell us what it's really like later on to sit in this premium seat. But Martin, other thing really impressed somebody like me, does social media a lot. I've put my phone in a rubberized container thing just right there. It's the small things, Martin, that matter, isn't it?
You're absolutely
Tell
right.
me a bit more about this cab. We've got an ID system in, we've got all of these, you know, the big screen now that comes in with it. It's gone premium, hasn't it? And this is the stage 5 unit as well, of course.
It really has. What we've done is improved everything that the operator touches and sees. The cab floor is wider, the plastics have been improved. It's much more uniform and more automotive in feel. So all the creature comforts for the operator are just at hand, as you see, with the phone holder, the USB socket, and the 7-inch full colour display.
And the great thing about this as well is this seat, honestly, you know, we've played around with it. It's perfect for me right now, folks, because, and then the joysticks follow me. But there's 2 different areas where you can actually mess around with the seat.
You're right.
Just makes it so much more comfortable when you actually can sit in this. And again, what we're talking about here is it's sort of manufacturing going to real comfort of luxury car, isn't it? That kind of
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly. So the best has just got better. It was already a comfortable place to sit.
Yeah.
With the new double adjustable air suspension seat now fitted as standard, any operator can find the perfect position. We've also redesigned the track pedals.
Okay.
So they're much easier to use, give you greater controllability of the tracks.
Fantastic. And of course, folks, now we've got to see what else has changed in this unit. And the most important thing is this is going to be a real performer, because it's an 8-tonner, but we've just put a stage 5 engine in, which makes a lot of difference. That time I got out of the cab, but don't forget, just pick up my phone from the rubberized protection over there, because I've smashed a few of these in the time. We always see folks nowadays on site, and Martin, this is so important when you've got a high performing machine like this, tilt rotators. You know, again, Nick Drew, my friend, is going to test this out for me today in this video, but a tilt rotator on this size is now becoming so important, isn't it, for people to really get value and productivity out of a machine like this.
It really is. The UK market is demanding more and more tilt rotators and more tilting buckets and things like that. We're catching up with our European colleagues.
Yep.
The improvements to the machine make it ideal for using tilt rotators. So we've slightly changed the hydraulics that make it much nicer for grading.
Right.
And we've also tweaked the slew as well to make it better for handling heavy attachments.
And so that performance of the engine as well is leading to more hydraulic performance overall, isn't it? You know, for reduced fuel burn, folks, remember that. So again, we chucked a rotor tilt on here. We've also seen inside you've got the iDig system as well. So fundamentally you can actually use this to its optimum performance of the tilt rotator, getting those levels right. So you're not digging twice, just dig once, dig well. What really struck me today, you know, as we're walking around before this, is it's just like, it seems to be like super protection over here. You know, you've seen all the cables, all the protection stuff here. You've got the Dozer blade. You've even got sort of different hoses, which I haven't really seen this before. Why have you put the hoses like that?
Well, Peter, the Dozer ram hoses actually terminate there at the bulkhead. So if they do become damaged on site, they can be changed in about 10 minutes.
Right.
So if the hose goes all the way through to the valve block, it can be a full day job, so very expensive with labour and things like that. Just going back to what you said about the over-engineering, you know, Kubota is a byword for quality.
Right, okay.
And we stand up against any competition with the way that our diggers are put together. They're designed for manufacture, so they are easier to put together. So when they land with the customer, they're perfect.
This is why it's so popular with the sort of owner-operators. And again, I was talking to my friend Nick about this. He's told me all about the Kubota brand being right up there with the rest of the industry. But, you know, it just feels so tidy. And as I step over here, Martin, a bit clumsy myself, let's make sure I get that right. Let's go over to see what else is going on. The overall design of the machine, you know, from a physical nature, hasn't really changed that much. You were explaining to me earlier. But, you know, you do see that big cab, the big glass, and that visibility over this side of the machine, which is most important, you know, from a safety perspective, is really there, isn't it now?
Absolutely, yep. The physical machine itself is the same as the predecessor.
Yeah.
You know, being the market leader, we didn't need to reinvent the wheel here. It's small changes that add up to make a real improvement, real enhancements. So because we've changed the cab plastics inside, visibility to the right-hand track is vastly improved.
Yeah.
So although the floor is wider, so when you're in the seats, in the air suspension seat, it feels like a big digger.
Yeah.
You've got small digger visibility.
Push the button, open the top. Right, but now, Martin, we've got to actually open more of the machine, because this is what I really like. Because, you know, you look at diggers like this, and it's all about the whole way in which you maintain a machine. So look at this. Three points of contact Martin made there to actually make 3 huge big spaces here that you can actually look at how you can maintain the engine. So really important. I'm going to actually go back around, Martin, because one of the things I really like is it's the refueling hose here, and the cap's just there. Everything is just so easy to get around. And this is all about maintenance. You mentioned that thing about the hoses at the front with the Dozer blade as well. Uptime is just critical with people that are in this space. You know, 8 tonne, you're probably doing a full shift, if not a little bit more as well with these machines, aren't you? So we're gonna have to put this down though, Martin, because the other thing I quite like is, you know, we talk about safety and visibility, and it's a really important thing for me, topic safety. Little camera here. Looks like one you'd find on a luxury car, Martin. So this is like, hold on a minute, we've not got a big thing bolted somewhere which can actually sort of move around or get damaged. Really well protected. Obviously got the brand on it as well, folks. I thought about that. But you know, that is taking, again, manufacturing car industry and putting it into a digger, isn't it?
Exactly. It's much more automotive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the good thing about the new display is it shows the feed from this rear camera, so there's no need for a secondary display to show the camera feed inside the cab, which again improves visibility, makes it much more streamlined and premium.
Right, so talking about premium, let's go around here, folks. Coming back to, Martin, the cab area really, but you know, worth looking at the tracks, obviously rubber tracks, but there are other options as well for that, isn't there?
Yep, there's a steel option. These are Bridgestone tracks as well, Bridgestone branded.
Oh right, okay.
So again, it's premium components. You see premium components all around the machine. It's the best that money can buy.
And so with that, folks, it's a bit windy here and I'm getting a bit chilly, so I'll leave Martin outside and I'll go back and sit on my seat that's perfectly set up for me in the premium cab. And not forgetting to take, of course, my phone out of my pocket and put it in the rubber holder. So that's enough from me on the 8 tonner here at Kubota, folks, but look out on my channels for some more of this press event. First time I've seen Kubota, it's going to be an exciting one. Thank you, Martin.
Thanks, Peter.